Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Wargaming. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is the Monday painting video. What is the Monday painting video and what is it all about? Well, the Monday painting video is essentially a pile of shame painting video in which I paint, a model or models. But the model or models in question are voted on by you guys, my viewers, from last week's Weekly Wednesday, which is a weekly Q&A. In that video, I show you a host of models and you guys vote on what you want me to paint for this Monday's painting video. In the event of a tie, I do a dice roll. So for all my regulars here, guys, I feel love. Thank you very much. I'll see you in a minute. Right, so we have Tigurius Venom, which is absolutely amazing sculpt. I think the next time I build one of these, I will not build it with the two people on the side. There's Venom and Chief Librarian Tigurius, however you pronounce his name. If he wins, I will not be doing him in my chapter colours. I'll be doing him in Ultramarine chapter colours. So it'll be a different paint job for me altogether. So 1 to 3 is Venom, 4 to 6 is Mr. Tigurius. That's a 6. So that's Mr. Tigurius. Right, so the first thing I've done is I come in with some Steel Legion drab and I just run it across the gravel base. This is already pre-cut plastic. This comes with the model, like a scenic base. The next thing I'll do is then I come in with some Baneblade Brown. I'm actually going to put them into here. Right, so the Baneblade Brown, this is still wet on the base, but I'm going to wet the Baneblade Brown down a little bit more, and I'm going to come in, just wet blend it in. I'm not covering the whole thing, I'm just doing bits of it. Definitely want to get the rock that he's standing on. Baneblade Brown is a layer paint, so it will go on bright and dull itself down. Which is going to be a nice little bit of shading on that bit so far. But I'm not finished with that yet. So the next thing I'm going to do is going to come with some Youth and Grey. Let's get his robe, his cloak here done. Probably going to give it 2 thin coats. Just about me knocking the camera. Come on. Is that insignia? Oh, no, it's not. I don't know what that is on his cloak. But anyway, I'm going to get all of his robe here. I'm going to get the back of his banner as well. Okay. I don't want to do the front of the banner because there's some amazing details on that. Gee, I'll get the book, I think. There's a little book in there, I'll get that as well. Right, so that's one coat on him. Yeah, so now I'm going to go back to the Baneblade Brown. I'm going to go back to the base. Again, I'm just going to highlight a few of the raised areas. As I said, Baneblade Brown is a layer paint, so it will go on bright and dull itself down. But by giving it a second coat, I'm going to increase the brightness on them stones. I'll tell you what, guys, this is actually a beautiful model. But one of the lads that come over and play game, they're just learning the basics. Hopefully next time over I film it for you guys, but he has this model painted up and it is absolutely amazing. So I want to make sure that I do my version of him justice, because his version is absolutely Savage. So next I'm going to come with some McCrag Blue. And when they're over next and I record it, you'll see the beautiful models, the beautiful painting he's done on them. This is obviously for all of his armour. I'm not going to do all of it on camera, I'm going to do a little bit, then go off and do the rest. I think once I've applied this blue, he is going to pop massively. Let's do one leg on camera. I'm going to go off camera and do the rest. I'll probably apply the second coat of the Ether and Grey, hopefully as it dries. Right, so I also gave it a third coat of the Beyblade Brown. You can clearly see it's really making them pop off now. I also gave it a second coat of Ether and Grey. Looks a lot better. There's still dark bits coming through, but that's cool. The only thing I didn't do, this is going to be a challenge to paint. Okay, so the next colour I'm going to come in with is some Screaming Skull. It's a very simple step. He's got a big skull with horns on top of his staff. And you get that with Screaming Skull. There is a skull on his banner. Get that as well. And he has a skull on his head. Well, it's not on top of his head, it's on top of his psychic hood. There is another one on here, on his shoulder pad. I'm not going to get that low. So I'm going to go off camera. I was on this side as well. I'm going to go off camera and finish those off. Well, so I might be a bit early with this now. Put some Retributor armour. The reason I say early because I wanted to try and hold off on doing the gold until last minute. I realised he actually has purity seals hanging off the front of him there. He also has keys. When I get his belt with the gold and the skull that's on his stomach. See his chest section with the amazing ultramarine symbol on there. Just go in the middle. I'm going to get, he has a little skull on his hand there. Get the skull on his, up here as well. I'm not going to go for the ultramarine symbol on his shoulder yet. I think I can go for this as well. this staff is the one. I'm definitely going to get the bottom of this with the gold. Bloody wasps. They're everywhere at the moment. I'm not sure about the top of his staff there. I don't know. I'm going to leave that for the minute, come back to it. Because I wanted to do it with maybe a green across the leaves there. Definitely get that. So I'm going to go off camera and just decide what other bits of gold I'm going to do. So here we are so far. So now I come in the barbecue skewer. Retribute your armour. That's so much easier. Even for black trim on the shoulder pauldrons or Space Marines, it's going to be so much easier. Started doing this one and I said, no, let me switch to the barbecue skewer, it's a lot easier. Right, the next one I'm going to come in with is Buckman's Glow to get his face. I'm going to really water this down so it's almost like a wash. Come in and just push it into all the spaces of his face. It's going to look a little bit weird when I first do it, but trust the process. Okay, so it looks very weird, but trust me. A little bit on the forehead there. So right now I'm going to come in with Buckman's Glow again. Again, it's still watered down. I'm going to add a bit more into it. Right, next I'm going to come with some corn red. This is going to be an interesting one, I think. Let's get the easy things out of the way first. The first thing we're going to do is that purity seal. See it now, I couldn't see it at first. I need to bring that screaming scar up a little bit more. And these are all purity seals as well. But the next thing I'm going to do is come into his banner here, and I'm going to just gently rub corn red around, because there is like flame signals, like flame bits coming out of there. So I just want to get that with a nice hit of the red first of all to build up the level of flames. Try not to get it on the skulls that are in there, but I do need to get as close as possible. Probably skewer would actually been better there actually to get me into the little nooks and grooves. And I'm thinking, with his staff here, there is like little grooves that go round. I'm thinking of corn red just got to go round. I don't know, it's a very, very intricate, I don't know. I think what I might be better off with on the staff is like a dark colour. Dark enough that if I mess up, you're not going to notice it, but light enough that it stands against the black. You can see it. I'm thinking maybe a purple or something, because I want to do this robe in the front here purple as well. Now I'm going to come with Nagraphenite. This is going to be my colour of choice. So the first thing I do is get this robe done. So it's dark enough that if there's a mistake you don't notice it, but it's different enough so that you can actually see the difference between the black undercoat and what I'm painting. I think I should give the staff a go. I'm not going to do all the staff on camera because I need to get the angle into me so I can get it nice. Let's start here. I suppose this is probably the easiest way of doing it. Just going up one side and then turning the model, doing the same thing again. And bloody washes back again. Can't really see it too much. So I'm going to do the rest of that off camera. Right, so I realised I was doing things the hard way there with that staff. So I actually painted the whole staff with the Nagraphenite because I can come through and just dry brush that afterwards and just make it really pop really easily. Next I'm going to come in with some Vulcan green. Just a very dark green. It's a layer paint, so go and brighten yourself down. Then get this bit hanging off the top here, underneath the skull. It's like leaves. Laurel, is that what it's called? But it is a layer paint, so I'll probably have to give it a couple of coats because it will go on bright and dull down. Bloody wasp again. That's bumpy that time. Bloody insects need to stay out and leave me alone. My next colour I'm going to come in with is some white scars. A few very, very simple steps. The first thing is I'm going to flick it over the skulls to brighten them up and give them a little highlight and single them out. Now white scars is a layer paint, so it will go on bright and dull itself down. I flick that in a way where it's still got a bit of the horns detail coming through. The back of that, the top. Again, just flick that a little bit. I'm actually going to get the back of this banner with white scars. The youth in grey underneath should give it a nice little off-white look. Especially all the rivets that are, not rivets, all the wavy bits that are in this cloak. Do the same to this one on the bottom here. Now, there's a little voice screaming at me to come in with contrast paint for the robes. I don't think I need it. In all honesty, I think maybe a few more thin coats of white should sort that out and make it look just as. Because I think the white looks fantastic, bounces off all the other colours, and it does stand out. If you're looking at the model from behind, it does really break the model out of the stable and you can see it. So anyway, I'll leave that for a minute. Next colour I'm going to come in with is some Wobboss Green. This is airbrush version, so it's already watered down. I only need a little bit just in here. I'm just doing it along the inside part, as close as I can to the ultramarine symbol, that part of the laurel. It's going to give me nice. Get a bit on the back. The back's not as important as the front. Still can see it, but it's not as good as. I need a little touch more actually. Up here. All right. I think I need to come in with a shade now. Well, I was actually going to come in with some rattling ground contrast paint. That's what I was going to do, but I think it's going to be too dark. So I'm going to come in with a Phasian camo shade. This isn't as dark, but what I need it for, on the banner there is a little text at the bottom. I'm going to push it into that. Take the excess off. Just to make that pop off. Tiny little bit in the corner there. It's a difficult piece because the banner is wavy. The detail on the back is the same detail on the front with the waviness. And one thing I forgot as well, sorry. The book was Youth in Grey, And when I did the screaming skull, I put the brush in the middle and just flicked it off to the side. So if you look carefully, you can see there's two different shades of, yeah. It's difficult to see on camera, I think, but I can see it. But in case it is not difficult to see on camera, you know what I did there. There's actually an ultramarine symbol in the corner there, which is going to be an absolute nightmare, but hey, we're going to get there with it. I'm actually going to come in with some, back to the white scars. I'm going to do the same thing I did with the screaming skull. So I'm going to put it in here, just flick it out. And I should actually have done this. I did the rest of the skulls. That book does look sliced. Really stands out now. I can see the bit of white on the bandage that I messed up on, but that's not a problem. So I can come back with some black afterwards. Next thing I'm going to come in with is some moot green. I'm not even going to bother putting this on the wet palette because I just need the tiniest amount. I'm going to come in back onto the Laurel. I'm going to do the innermost pieces I can. I don't want to get too much, but I just want it to people might don't think that's even enough. Or it could be too much. I don't know. Sometimes you don't think you're doing enough, and then you take a look back at it and go, "Oh, I've done too much." Yeah, that's great. Ultramarine symbol now. I should have redone gold, because that'll make that pop off even more. Yeah, I think I'm trying to look at the Laurel as well as the ultramarine symbol at the back here to see. Yeah, I think I should do that ultramarine symbol gold in there. So now I'm going to come in with some Agarac Surf Shade. This is a very simple step at me dropping the model. Jesus. I'm going to come in and get the gold bits. I want to dull them down. And the shade is going to get into the little recesses there. Make it stand out even more. One thing I did as well, actually, on the back with Psychic Hood, I just done there's 4 little nodes to either side. I just done a bit of retribute rhyme onto that, just to make it stand out even more. I'm actually going to drop them onto the purity seals as well, because they are a bit bright. What I'm going to do with this now is I'm going to put this down for a little while. I know what I'm doing with the skin. I know there's all the silver work still to do in the arm there, on his head. He's got these little bits that come off the side here. But I said the bits that come off the side, I might do that a totally different colour. So it really just, you know, something big and bold. So it just really stands out even more. You know, this little bit here is probably silver as well. They're the main parts of the model done. Once I've done those, obviously I'm going to do them on camera to show you. But we'll close that before I knock it over. The reason I want to put this down for a little while is because I want to have a think about the robe here, the purple robe. I want to think about what colour I'm going to do the staff, this L'Oreal, because I like it, but I think I can do more to it. This is easy. I've got this already in my head. I need to come in to get some black paint, just trim that bit of banner back into place. And a robe. This is cool because it really does stand out. I might actually wash that down with like one of these earth shades or a Phasian camo shade or something like that. But it's just the robes at the back. I like it, but I think maybe I could do a little bit more to it, you know. But I'm so used to painting robes and then just adding contrast paint to it. That sometimes if he's just going to do a white robe, like on the sisters it's fine, but this guy, I don't know what to do with the robes. But here's the thing, even if I decide to leave it white, and 3 days time I go, no, I don't actually like that, I want to do it this colour. It's a white base, so I can just work away on it. Okay, I think the white's cool. And probably a lot of you are going to say to me, no, the white's fine, it looks good. It needs a couple more little coats, that's it. I was looking for apothecary white. I thought I had apothecary white, but I couldn't find it anywhere. But anyway, I'm going to put this down for a little while, have a little think about things and what way I'm going to go, and then I'll come back to it afresh. Right, time to finish this guy off. If I sound funny, it's because I woke up this morning all bunged up. I think it's a flu or something coming on me, but it's annoying. A quick look on this guy. So there's not much left to do on him. What I'm going to start with is some lead belcher, and this is going to be a very, very simple step. So the bits in here. Make them really stand out. The pipes here. He has these little psychic pipes here as well. I don't want to do the brush downwards because we're getting close, it's all riveted. So if I do it like that, not quite a dry brush, but do it like that, I'm going to get it along all of those little bits, and it's going to give me the detail of black coming through the little gaps. Very, very simple technique. What else we got? It's got his psychic hood here as well. Again, I'm just going to do it like that. It's not a dry brush, but it's sort of like a brush over the top. So the raised areas get hit, and the bits in between don't. Everything's getting up to the edge of that skin. Right, I'm going to go off camera, get this bit as well, and do the rest, which is the pipes. I think that's it. Right, so the next colour to come in with is some Troll Slayer Orange. This is a lead paint again, so it's going to go and brighten itself down. And what I want is to get the flames in my eyesight, so let me. I'm going to keep going around and just, that's a bit too much now, it's too much. So keep going around just applying bits of orange to the flames that are coming off the book. About knocking the camera. Come on, you clumsy fuck, stop it. Leave that to dry now. I'll probably give that another little once over with the Trollslat orange. What I'm going to do now is come in with some Cadian flesh tone. I'm going to walk this down a little more. I want part of it really wet, so I can come in and just tap it on the face. Right, so now that's dried, I'm going to come back in with a bit more. That's not as walked down this time. Just pick up basically the forehead, so we get the cheekbones. Try and get the cheekbones and the nose down to the lips. Right, so now I'm going to come in with some Urio yellow, again, which is a layer paint, and I'm going to go into where the orange is. I just noticed the way that ultramarine symbol on top is dried with the wash. It's absolutely lovely. Brilliant. The next thing I'm going to do is come in with some Fladix yellow. And it's a lighter yellow, so I'm going to do exactly the same thing. But I'm just going to try and touch it in a little bit more towards the edge of that colour combo that I've done. And that looks amazing. Right, the next thing I'm going to do, I've got a trusty old barbecue skewer, and I'm going to go with some Lothern blue. And here's what I want to do. I want to try and get the edges of the armour panels. I'm not going to do all of this on camera, I'm just going to do a little tiny bit so you can see it. It is difficult because there is no movement on the skewer, but the first initial touch of the paint on there is perfect. But it's just having to make sure you don't overload it and you don't push it to one end, it's actually just spread out across the line that you want. So I'm going to crack on with the rest of this. Right, I started getting into some trouble there. I came in and tried to do the eyes with the barbecue skewer, messed it up. So then I said, okay, tied it up with the Cadian flesh tone. Then went to do the white with the bikes I missed out. So I know, just stop now, because you're really making things, you're going to mess things up beyond repair. So now I'm going to come in with some Reichland Flesh Shade. Not to worry about the eyes, just get the face done. I'm going to chuck this in there. It's going to give me the shading on the face before I mess it up beyond any sort of repair. Now, there's only one thing left to do now. Right, so in my opinion, this guy is battle ready. So apart from the one thing that I'm going to do left. So for everyone that's new, what battle ready means is I put them on the table and it's good to go. Good to use on the table. Now you can take it, when I take it beyond battle ready standard, what I'm trying to do is make it pop even more. Okay, enhance the model more. This could be a dry paint, this could be a technical paint, it could be contrast paint, it could be a wash, it could be layer paint, it could be dry brushing, edge highlighting, wet blending. You know, there's so many different things that you can do. But I'm going to go with Screaming Skull. What's the focus? I'm going to get some of my brush, get some of my tissue. I'm going to come in and dry brush this cloak. This robe to the bottom here, a bit too much full. I'm going to dry brush his staff. So as I said earlier, I was going to try and do it all individually, and I said no, just do one colour and then just dry brush it, because you'll get all of the top. Give the L'Oreal a little dry brush, because everything does better with Screaming Skull dry brush. Let's get a bit more on the brush, brush it off. Let's give his face a little touch up. A bit more on the brush, brush it off. Now a quick dry brush. Now the bit that I really want to do is the base. Let's really make that pop off. Doesn't matter, I'm going on the trim, because I can talk to sort that out afterwards. Right, now I'm going to do the same thing with some white scars. On the stones. So I want to get to the top of the stones, not I fucked that face up again. I need to leave that alone, that's what I need to do. Take a bit more white scars. Just flick it over the L'Oreal. And flick it down the front here. To emphasise the star even more. as well. Right, I need to stop, because otherwise I'm going to keep going too much and there's going to be no return. I've already messed the face up twice and had to fix it. I don't think I've messed it up this time, but if I don't stop myself, I will mess it up. No, I have messed it up. I got too bright in the middle. Yeah, still too bright in the middle. I don't think there's nothing I can do about it now. Unless I come back in with the skin and start all again, but the problem is I'm going to be putting too much paint in that area. My only hope is this is any of that wash there is in the recess down in this collar. There's only the washing that's gone down in there. On tissue, just brush it into there. Not that well, hasn't worked that well, but stop. Okay, so massive thank you to everyone who voted. If you're seeing this for the first time, guys, hit the subscribe button because it costs you nothing. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss anything. Everyone smash the thumbs up button so that triggers YouTube sends this video to more and more people, which makes this amazing community of you guys grow even more. If you want to support the channel even further, there is a join button below. You can click on that and become a member to the channel. There are various different tiers with various different perks. I appreciate every single person that joins the membership program. I'm going to bring you down and show you some pretty pictures. But again, thanks for voting. Thanks for watching. Hit the buttons for me. Until next time, take it easy, guys.